This is how to install a cabin air filter on a 2014 Chevy Cruze. Now this is kind of backwards. Right now I'm showing you how to take the filter out. I've already opened the door. You kind of have to pinch these filters a bit to get a finger hold on them so that you can pull the filter itself out. So what I'm going to do is cover more kind of the things that I see that I've heard people complain that they tried things and broke stuff, and I think you need to see what the parts are that you're actually dealing with. So even though this is kind of a reverse, I am pointing out the things that you need to know to see what you're doing. So here we have the new filter to go in, and I'm going to go in more detail of, like I said, the little fittings and things that make it go together. I kind of cut this part kind of short here because I was doing this one-handed while holding the camera, which makes it a pain to put the filter in. If you had two hands, it'd be very easy. So you get the filter in, and you just have a little door to shut, and there's some little clips on each end that you want to be sure they engage as best they do. It's one of my pet peeves. It's all plastic, and plastic just isn't that great of a product. But there you can see it's got a little point. It just goes into that slot on there. There's one at each end. I didn't have to do anything with these when I opened the door to get the filter out. The door kind of bends and they just pop off. They weren't any problem. I didn't even know they were there. So what I found was right in the middle, you can just now see it, there's a clip on the top of the filter. I'm reaching up there on it. It has a little raised snap, the way a lot of electrical parts and things on cars do. And I made this little wire to reach up in there and grab that top of that clip, because they don't, at least for me, they don't give you enough room for your finger to get in there and lift that clip. And you can see it right there just off the end of my thumb. Just that little clip, it just barely has to come up. You don't want to lift it too hard, you'll snap it off. So here is where people talk, I guess, about breaking their pins that hold their glove box from falling open. And I'm showing you that pin so that you can see how it goes in. And then here on the right hand side, I'm going to install the pin just so you kind of see how it fits through the hole, and it slides towards the front of the car and then locks in. So when you open your glove box, this is what you see, is this pin back in there, and it says to pry those out. Well, not really. You want to pry it up enough to get the front edge and then pull it towards you and then out, and you won't break that device right there. So now this little thing, this is a little nylon line with a loop in it. That's a little plastic piece on the end. You'll see that on your glove box. It comes in on the right hand side through a hole, and you can reach that little cable from the outside of the glove box, and you want to pull that cable enough to take the slack off so you can turn that little thing 90 degrees to the way it's sitting and fit it through the hole. Now here, these are where the pins go. They go into that area. There's a cutout on both sides of the body of the car, on the dashboard. That's where that pin fits. So when you're putting them back in or taking them out, you see the square down there, and here's the one on the other side. Well, we're going to jump. Currently, okay, we're putting that piece back in. Now, right here, I found out that the whole glove box door can actually come off just like a tailgate on a pickup, but it wasn't necessary. So now I'm pulling that little retractor in there, and once you get it through the hole, you flip it around like you see it sitting there, and that's it. It's in. Now to put these in, you've got that square hole, and you've got that area that it's got to fit in. So you have to lift to get the pin in that area. You have to partially shut the door while you're feeding it back in. And you can tell when you're far enough in there. That side happened to go in very easy. And then this one, you have to kind of get it in there. Same deal. Push it in. And once you get it in, you've locked it in place. And that's about all there is to getting into your cabin air filter. And as you can see, the door works just fine.